Good morning, teachers. In this session, I am going to give you a brief picture of writing period plan and assessment procedure. Okay? How to write a unit plan or a period plan. So, we have to focus on learning outcomes which are based on the academic standards. For that, the SCRT has given some steps. So, you have the readiness. You have to plan a funny activity, or you can use a face sheet, some other face sheet related to the theme, and you can motivate the child. Next is the presentation. Here, pre-reading. A picture is given in the textbook itself. There takes place an interaction between the teacher and the student. What are the questions you are going to pose? You have to prepare and you have to write it here in the pre-reading. So while reading, we have certain steps to be followed. So if you start reading, you must not ask the child to read. Model reading, you have to read first. And echo reading, teacher and the student, that means you and the students together has to read. Supportive reading, you ask one of the child or one of the groups to read, you have to support them if they make mistakes. Sharing and group reading. Sharing means first line one person in one group and second line in the second group, like that as you plan. Next, individual reading. That means each student must be able to read on its own. That means you must be able to comprehend also. So these are the things you have to do. For the comprehension, while reading, you have to prepare some questions. You have to divide the text into segments. Some parts, slots or a plot. We have already know that. That is Anandan way of pedagogy. That is narrative. So you can enact a narrative based on the theme by selecting a paragraph. There you have a slot. That means where there is a scope for creativeness, or where there is a question, there is a possibility of questioning, where there is a possibility of enacting. You have to plan, that is a reading segment. For that you have to prepare questions also. You can plan a role play or you can plan a skit, whatever according to the theme. In the post reading you have to do the textual exercises. In the while reading also you can use the workbook to improve the vocabulary, etc. Okay? And there are 90 minutes for us. First 45 minutes we are going to concentrate on the textbook. Next 45 minutes on the workbook. You know that. In the practice time, so writing question and answers, guiding for the project work, or something listening and speaking activity, language games, like that we can do. Next, assessment time. That means you have to reinforce. That means you have to ask again to read, or you may ask some questions, you may ask some spellings for formative assessment purpose. Then teacher reflection, whether the child has achieved the learning outcomes or not. He has to write out the reflections. Okay, this is the unit plan, or it can be as a period plan. You can plan it. Then let me explain the assessment time. What is assessment? How many types of assessments are done? Why assessments must and should be done? Let us see. So assessment. The purpose of assessment is to gather relevant information about student performance or progress. So all-round development we are taking, so many activities, other activities also we are taking, not only the language. So all must be considered while assessing. Suppose if you come to the language part, English, whether is able to write question and answers, is able to comprehend, or is able to use the grammar, or he is able to write a posture, or he is able to write a leave letter. Like that, you can gather the information, and that you can go on giving the grading. To determine student interest, to make judgment about their learning process, how they are going to learn, whether he is able to catch at once or he needs further help in reading, why he has not able to achieve the learning outcomes. So in the information you gathered help to improve the learning outcomes. That is the importance of assessment. So you will take formative assessment. So textbooks, notebooks, the interaction that takes place between the teacher and the student, you will be noticing and you will be taking down. These are the things you are going to collect. This is the part of assessment, formative assessment. Assessment helps students learn, teachers improve structure, instructions. So why this child is not able to achieve? So can I plan another good activity for him? Like that you will think. Okay. Children also learn. Why I am not able to read this? They think. So if you give a grading for him and if you guide him how to achieve that outcome, that is going to be your improvement in the instructions. So assessment will be teacher's assessment, self-assessment by the student, peer assessment, group work assessment. Teacher, normally we assess for formative assessment is done by the teacher, self-assessment by the student. Some questions are in the end of the lesson, brief point, important points are given. Whether he is able to comprehend or not, he has to put ticks. He is not able to understand means he is going to put into mark, that is given in the textbooks. Otherwise, he must be able to assess himself. How he can assess himself? Why I am not able to read this? Can I take the help of the teacher or the other student who is able to read? So that is the assessment he does himself. Peer assessment, another, the group of children help together. That is going to be a peer assessment. Same age group children, they assess themselves. You are not written A in the proper way. This is the way you have to write. The children learn together. Same age group, they assess by exchanging the notebooks whether he has not written A or not, like that. Group work assessment. Some works are done for refinement of the work. We do the refinement in the groups. So that is also an assessment. How to put in the sequence, how to write a role play, that we do in the assessment. Group work assessment. It is done by the group leader or by the teacher. So we have three types of assessments, that is assessment as learning. Assessment itself is learning. Whether I have learned A, it is an assessment. He is able to write A, oh, I have achieved. A for apple, he is able to say, that is assessment as learning. So he himself assesses, self-assessment. Assessment for learning, formative. We do it. We observe the children in different manners while interacting, while writing notes, while completing the workbooks, or maintaining the project work and writing the slip test. That and all comes under the formative, that is assessment for learning. Assessment of learning, summative. This we won't take the oral only, written test will be there. That is we called SA1, SA2, SA3. We have formatives, formative 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is about the assessment. So assessment is very, very important. Assessment must be done in an all-round way with all the activities here related to the subject is only given. So I conclude this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.